Yarira wengo e shingonde, Panande wo malu chunweme, Chare se wana sing yasoi, Shame si de madu teng yuji.
For millions of his followers, he is the Holy Lord, gentle glory, defender of faith, ocean of wisdom. His message of compassion, selflessness and peace has made him a statesman for the troubled times. He calls himself a Buddhist monk, but his deeds make him the face of peace. He is none other than His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso. Dalai Lama are those beings who, after having attained enlightenment and liberation from rebirth, opt for reincarnation voluntarily out of compassion for others in order to serve humanity. They are called the Buddha of Compassion or Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva.
I come from very remote area, northeast Tibet, northeast part of Tibet. My mother, both parents, illiterate.
6 July 1935, a boy was born to a peasant family in the small village of Takster, Tibet. This child was soon recognized as the reincarnation of the previous 13th Dalai Lama at the tender age of 2, in accordance with the Tibetan tradition.
My mother, very, very kind-hearted, really, very good mother. So therefore, we, her children, is grown up within that atmosphere. So that I think really makes
difference.
I think immense impact.
After being recognized as the 14th Dalai Lama, the young boy was taken to Lhasa, where in 1940, at the age of 5, he was officially installed as the spiritual leader of the people of Tibet, and his formal education started. In 1950, due to the Chinese invasion of Tibet, His Holiness was officially enthroned as the temporal leader of 6 million people of Tibet at the age of 15, making him the youngest Dalai Lama. The next 9 years, he worked hard to keep peace between the Tibetan people and Chinese army. However, the situation worsened, and at last in 1959, His Holiness, along with his retinue, fled Tibet and took exile in India, where he later set up the government of Tibet in Dharamsala, often referred to as Little Lhasa, with the sole aim of resettling and preserving cultural traditions of the Tibetan people. In his long journey of life, the Dalai Lama has spent the life of a true bodhisattva, committed to benefiting society. He has written numerous books and conducted hundreds of conferences, lectures and workshops at major university and institutions throughout the world, discussing, engaging in wisdom, compassion, and more recently, environment sustainability. Known as an effective public speaker, he is often described as charismatic.
Usually my practice is something like this. One mosquito come, then if my mood is something quite happy, then I usually give some blood, to the mosquito. Then second time come, then more impatience. So sometimes I do like this, blow out. Then third come, then sometimes.
Airplane, breakfast, very little. So I always carry bread in my bag. So looks as Dalai Lama's holy bag. Yeah. But actually inside some bread.
इतने फॉलोअर्स है उसके, ईश्वर के समान उसके सामने ताकते रहते हैं। और सही धर्म पुरुष वो है जिसको ताकने से हमें ताकत प्राप्ति हो। ऐसी एक ऊर्जा निर्मित करने वाला आदमी, आपका थोड़ा भी परिचय हो जाए तो आपका हाथ ऐसे पकड़ेगा कि मानो सालों से आपके साथ उसका घनिष्ठ संबंध है, परिचय है। इतना स्नेह और आदर देते हैं।
His message is always one of peace and compassion for people all over the world. He has met many world leaders and has visited more than 70 countries. During his travels abroad, he has stressed the need for a better understanding of and respect among different faiths of the world.
India, 1,000 years, I think more than 3,000 years, the concept of non-violence, concept of religious harmony, these are something I feel living example on this planet.
For his outstanding achievements and relentless work on peace, he has been bestowed with the Nobel Peace Prize. For his commitment to the creed of non-violence, Norway's Nobel Committee likened him to Mahatma Gandhi when it awarded its Peace Prize in 1989.
I always consider myself as one follower of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi, as his non-violent sort of view or non-violent practice is something very, very relevant to today's world.
Today, the Dalai Lama's role as an eminent Buddhist monk is universally acknowledged. People are drawn to his infectious personality and are increasingly responsive to his teachings and practices. His approach of reaching out the common ground for all religions, the quest for happiness, definitely makes him the greatest spiritual leader of our time. For as long as space endures, and for as long as living beings remain, until then may I too abide to dispel the misery of the world.